Alright, what's going on everyone out there on YouTube? NES Ruler, and welcome to a brand new review. And this time we'll be checking out a film that was sent to me to review by Cohen Media Group. And you can pick this up on October 24th on Blu-ray and DVD. This is the brand new 4K restoration of James Whale's The Old Dark House from the year 1932, starring Boris Karloff in his first leading role. You know, even though Frankenstein came out a year before, 1931, technically, Boris Karloff wasn't the lead in that film. The doctor was, even though, you know, Frankenstein monster is clearly the star of that film. But, you know, this is considered Karloff's first starring role. And James Whale comes back to direct him in this film. And this film was actually considered lost for a long time. And it was found a few decades ago. And it was released by, I think it was Kino. I think I have it, yep. It was released by Kino in this edition. As you can tell, I've been a fan of this movie for a long time. And people started to fall in love with it. People started to find a new appreciation for this movie so many years later after it was considered lost. And I've always loved this movie since I saw it a few years ago. And the fact that when I heard that this movie was going to get a restoration, I was so excited because the movie needed a great release. You know, the Kino release is what it is, but this is really the prime package for this film, if you guys get a chance to check it out. And Gloria Stewart is so beautiful in this movie. You'll understand what I mean when you watch it. She is a really, really stunning lady, and she really shines in this movie. And it has Charles Laughton as well, of course. So this film, we follow Gloria Stewart's and Charles Laughton's character as they are traveling in a horrible rainstorm, and they ultimately get stuck in this landslide, and they can't go forward and they can't go back because the mountain has collapsed and blocked their path. And they come across this old dark house, and they knock on the door. Boris Karloff opens up the door. He plays Morgan. He is a butler, but they call him stupid. You know, he's pretty much the Frankenstein monster, but in human form. That makes sense, clearly. By his traits and the way he looks and things like that. And we meet the family who employs Morgan, and they are named, you really don't hear their names very often, but I'm pretty, the Them family. And we have the brother and the sister. And sister's your typical female character at the time. A very loud voice, very, you know, raspy voice that you usually see from an old type of a character in these Universal films. And yeah, this is a Universal film. And you have the old man, very tall. He looks like Vincent Price or Peter Cushing. He really looks like Peter Cushing. And we start to unfold what this family's all about, what's going on in this dark house. We learn about somebody that's locked upstairs in a room upstairs, and things unfold from there. When Morgan gets too drunk, he gets a little bit too crazy and he does stupid things. And that's basically the plot. It's just them trying to survive the night. And we see them just talking and interacting. It's a one-setting film. You know, they're isolated in this house. The house is really, really fantastic. It's your usual Universal sets. The set decoration's great. Whole bunch of shadows. Everything that you know and love from Universal films. So it is very cool to see that carry over into this film as well. And it's just a really funny, fantastic, dark film that I recommend you guys check out if you guys haven't seen it. This new transfer is really, really top-notch. The restoration is really good. They cleaned it up beautifully. It looks really, really, really good. And I'm so happy that this film finally got a release that it deserves, because it's just a fun 1930 Universal horror film. You know, they were still pretty much at this time starting to build that monster image that they have had, that they are known for today. So it's nice to see them, you know, do a film that is just straight up horror without any of that monster type of narrative that we see in later films. Boris Karloff, you know, while he's technically is, you know, that monster, he follows monster traits, he's not really a monster. So I highly, highly recommend you pick it up. The transfer is so good. They cleaned up the soundtrack. Sounds really fantastic. And we got some new features on here as well. We got a commentary track by Gloria Stewart, which is on the Kino release, but she talks about the film and things like that. And we have another commentary track from a guy, a biographer of James Whale. And we have another feature from this guy who talks about the film. And then we have a new interview with Sarah Karloff, which is very interesting. It's not too long. It's just a little short interview, but it's still very interesting. Short film. It's only 72 minutes, but that's usually what you see from these kind of films. And with Cohen in the past, you get a very nice booklet. You get the whole package. It's very nice. Of course, some awesome images right there of Karloff's eyes. And there's some of the imagery that I was talking about, some of the set deck that's very reminiscent of Universal monster films. There's Gloria Stewart. It's beautiful. And, you know, just some more information about the film and things like that. There's Karloff. So, just a fantastic, fantastic release. If you guys get a chance to pick this up, highly, highly recommend it. The film is really, really fun. One of the better Universal horror films from the time. So thank you, everybody, for watching. If you guys like this review, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/NESRuler22. And as always, listen to the 22 Shots of Moodz and Horror podcast. 22 Shots of Moodz and Horror.com. Thank you, everybody, again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys.